I've been coming to this fucking place for 2 weeks straight, every day. Of all the coffee shops in fucking Sedona, I come to this one. This fucking place. I've dealt with parking assholes this whole time. I swear to fucking Christ, if my shit gets towed, there would be hell to pay. These motherfuckers. Fucking bullshit. So if you just watched the video that I made yesterday, you could tell I was a little emotional, a little pissed off. Basically, this is where I live. Everything I own is in here, and if you fuck with it, that's like me going to your house and start fucking with your house, right? So, yeah, I'm protective. If somebody threatens me that they're gonna tow my van, I'm gonna get pissed, and they're gonna have a fight. So, yesterday, let's start with the facts. The facts are, this Creekside coffee shop, I adore. Beautiful scenery, the staff is friendly, nice, they treat me well. Sometimes they're like, hey, this refill's on me. It's a great place. That's why I've gone there like 14 out of the past 15 days. Like, I go there every day. Sometimes I go back twice a day in the afternoon. That's part of the problem, is that sometimes I go back. Now, so to get that out of the way, I used to park on the upper parking lot. Just the other day, the manager of the coffee shop told me that the owner of that parking lot is kind of having a fit because I'm parked there for so long. It had a 2-hour limit. I was there for 4 or 5 hours at a time. Sorry, but I'm fucking working. The manager asked me, he goes, can you park down at the lower parking lot? You can park there as much as you want. I'm like, you know what, buddy, for you, yeah, cool, no problem. I'll start tomorrow. And I did. And I parked down in the bottom, and I was there. I walked up, did my normal routine where I go get coffee. I pay for a coffee, I pay for a refill. I sit there, I get the computer out, I work, drink 1 cup of coffee. When that's done, I drink my 2nd cup of coffee, and I stay there. I get there anywhere between 7 and 8 in the morning and leave anywhere between 11 and noon. Granted, I do get in the car and get on Instagram stories. So I am in the van a little bit longer. The van is parked there a little bit longer. But I was told to park there. The next day, I decided I parked in the lower parking spot, but I parked in front of there's parking spaces. I parked in a parking space, but I parked in one that was apparently too close, and somebody didn't like it. So there was a sticker put on my window saying that I was going to be towed at 2 p.m. if my vehicle wasn't moved. How the fuck am I supposed to know that somebody put a sticker on my van without them telling me? Like saying you have 2 hours to move this vehicle, and just putting it on a piece of paper and sticking it on the vehicle and not telling it. I mean, how can you notify somebody that they have 2 hours when you don't actually notify them? First of all, I don't understand that. So when I peeled that sticker off, there was a bunch of it left over on my window, so I had to scrape that off. That was unnecessary. When I started walking around and finding people, trying to find a person who's responsible for putting that on, I met the owner of the restaurant and a coffee shop. He was actually a good guy. He wasn't a dick at all. He's like, oh, I don't know anything about it, man. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. You go, this lady over here in the crystal shop, she's the HOA president or whatever the fuck she is, right? He goes, talk to her. I'm like, all right. So I walked in this crystal shop and I said, are you responsible for this? And she was a total bitch to me. She goes, you can't park there for so long. I go, I was a customer, a paying customer in the coffee shop. I go, there's no signs that say there's a 2-hour limit anywhere, and yet it's written on here, 2-hour limit, violation, 2-hour limit. She tells me that it's private property and she can do whatever she wants. And I said, but there's a statute, there's a law that states that it has to be written on a sign. Well, she says, well, I'm sorry that upsets you, which is, I fucking hate fake apologies. That's not apology. I'm sorry is an apology. I'm sorry that that offends you. You don't apologize for how I feel, stupid ass. So she threatened, like, I could let you not park here at all. She goes, do me a favor and just move your car. I go, I'm fucking moving it, lady, as soon as I walk out this door. But I'm telling you, don't threaten you cannot fucking have my car towed because you don't like where I parked. Well, turns out she can. Because I went to the police station here in Sedona and I asked to speak to the police officer for clarification. Turns out that Arizona Revised Statute 4-944, whatever the fuck it is, .05, is a civil law, which means if this lady did have my van towed and impounded, and I could prove that she violated this statute, I could sue her. I wouldn't have to pay any damages, and I could sue her. I wouldn't have to pay any fines or any fees to get my vehicle out, and I could sue the owner for not being in accordance with the statute. Criminally, she does nothing wrong. It's private property, and as the agent for the owner, the homeowners association, she could do that. Not what I wanted to hear. I thought that statute was the law and that she was actually breaking it, but it's not. So I don't understand what's the law and what isn't. So I thank the officer for his time. Turns out he's also an Air Force veteran, 6-year veteran, worked as security forces. I couldn't get this out of my head. I went to the gym and I trained, and I was trying to calm down, and I decided to try and find the owner of the property. So I called the phone number. When I called the phone number, it was the Creekside restaurant. And I was like, do you know who the owner is? And she's like, oh, I can find out for you. Hold on. And then the guy who I talked to earlier is the owner, and he was cool and he was apologetic, but basically he told me that if I can't come for more than 2 hours is what he's telling me. 2 hours is the max that I could stay. Now the dickhead that owns the parking lot next door, I went and spoke to that motherfucker too, and he said 2 hours should be plenty enough time to get coffee. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how long I should drink coffee? The whole fucking thing pisses me off. And so, they have every right to do whatever they want. I guess it's not real good customer service, because I'm pissed off about the whole fucking situation. And I'm making this video in retaliation It's the only way I know how to fight back. And fuck these people, and fuck their coffee shop, and fuck their 2-hour limit. But I'm gonna put in my 2 cents, and I'm gonna say how I feel, and I'm gonna state the facts, and I hope, I don't know what good this does, if it does any. But I just don't like people trying to control me and tell me what I can and cannot do. So that's it. If you ever come to Sedona, it's gorgeous out here, but it's a fucking tourist trap. The whole fucking city is a tourist trap. The people who are smart come in, hike the trails, and then leave.